Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, fam? Welcome to the Real O Show. We back, we live. It is Monday morning, August 29th. Oh man, the month has gone by fast, it's gone by quick. It is almost September. Year's almost over, people. The year is almost over. I don't even know what to say with that. Honestly, I don't. I mean, this is craziness. But we're here, we're live. How you all doing? How was your weekend? Let me know. How you guys feeling? You guys up? You alive? You feeling good? You feeling beastly? Y'all, be good. I know it's Monday. I know we struggling. But come on now. Wake up. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. Let's do this. All right. So, as you guys noticed, I put out the promo last night for today's show. As we started doing say about a month ago, we started doing promos for you guys. You guys liking those promos? What do you guys feel? You guys liking them? No, not so much. You guys give me feedback. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, so today's show, we are talking about what are the 3 top questions one should ask before they get married. Now, these 3 questions are arbitrary because I know everybody's going to have their own view of what they feel that the 3 questions should be. Okay? So these are what I feel that the 3 major questions should be before you ever get hitched. Good morning, Miss Fatima. Good morning, ma'am. Welcome to the show. All right, so the 3 top questions that somebody should ask. Let's start off with question number 1. Question number 1 is, what religious views do the 2 of you have? Now, it sounds like, well, that's not really a question, more of a statement, but it kind of flows both ways. Because if both of the partners have 2 separate religious views, say you have a Muslim and you have a Christian, 2 completely separate views. Those, especially if they're both very involved in their religion, that has very detrimental consequences to a relationship if not discussed before marriage. For multiple reasons. 1, if you have children. Good morning, Miss Shamika. Welcome to the show, ma'am. It's good to see you. If you have children, that is something that you're going to need to discuss on how you plan on raising your child or children. Are you going to raise them Muslim? Are you going to raise them Christian? What about when it comes to holidays? Are they going to celebrate the Muslim holidays, traditional, or are they going to celebrate Christianity? Huge questions. These are huge conversations that should be had that many people don't even consider. Thus, when children finally are had, here comes the controversy. Thus, should have had this conversation before the controversy actually got to that point. So, basically, the topic for today is to help prevent drama after you get married. These are things that you should hash out before you actually say those I do's. So, if you have different religious views, that should be something that should be discussed. How do we plan on living a life where both of us have different religious views? It can happen. People have done it for generations. It can happen, but you need to talk about it. It needs to be discussed, people. All right? I understand, I was one of those people. I did that, where when I first got married, I got all caught up in the sun, the moon, the stars, the birds are chirping, the rainbows, all so beautiful. And now I'm divorced. But I say la vie. So, things you need to talk about, things you need to discuss. All right. Second question. Big question. What is your credit score? Yes, I said it. Yes, I'm standing by it. What is your credit score? It is important. Why is it important? Because it affects whether or not you can buy a house. It affects whether or not you can buy a car. And these days, it affects whether or not you can get a job. Something to think about. So, yes, it is important. What is your credit score? That is something that needs to be talked about. Finances. How good are you with finances? Not everybody is great with balancing a checkbook. I get that. So, if one person is great with balancing the checkbook and the other person isn't, how do we alleviate this problem? Let's think about that. Oh, the person who is great with balancing the checkbook balances the checkbook for the household. The other person handles something else that they're great at. Compromise. Things to think about. So, Miss Rosita came up with a great question. She said, blood type. That is vitally important because if you need a blood transfusion, that would be great to know whether or not your mate can give you a blood transfusion. So, do you all know your blood type? That is important. I am a rarity. I am A negative. Yes, I can only receive blood from one type of people. One. What's you all's blood type? Do you know? If not, go to your local blood bank. Find out. It's vitally important, people. All right. Last question. Something to talk about. Another big question to ask. Do you want children? Wait a minute. That should be a question to be had? Yes, it should be. Why? Because if only one of you wants children and the other one doesn't, how do you plan on having a successful relationship? Please explain that one to me. I don't understand that. I see people in relationships all the time, and I talk to friends who are like, no, I really don't want kids. I just wasn't in the cards for me. It's like, okay, cool. There's nothing wrong with that. So if anybody ever tells you, I can't believe you're a woman and you don't want children, what? Yes, you're a woman, you don't want children. Not everybody has that motherly instinct. Just like not every man wants to have an offspring, a boy, so he can go and raise them to play sports or NASCAR or whatever. Not everybody wants children. Not everybody desires to be a parent. There is nothing wrong with that. But if one person does and one person doesn't, you can't have a successful relationship. It doesn't work. A marriage is not going to work when one person desires something so badly and the other one doesn't. Children is not something you can compromise on. That's not one of those, well, okay, look, I will, we can have a child and I'll help raise a child for half its life and then the other half you take care of the child. Doesn't work that way. So if neither one of you can agree on children, I'm sorry to tell you, your marriage is not going to work out. Come on, that's like saying 2 + 2 is 5. Children is a huge blessing. It is a huge gift. But not everybody desires to have it, which again is perfectly fine. But this is a conversation that should be had before you get hitched. So, if you do want children, please talk to the other person and find out if they want kids. They may not have that desire to have a child, which is fine. Do not put them down if they don't want to have the children. Do not do it. That is not cool. That is not right. That is within their right to not desire to have a child. That is perfectly in their right. Just because you do doesn't make them a bad person for not wanting children. All right? But that is important to know if you want to have a successful marriage. Why am I saying this? Because I've lived it. All right? I lived it. I've been there. So I know what I'm talking about. I went through all this drama before. It is something that I won't do again. So, again, if you desire to have more children, that again is a conversation that you should have. Do you desire to have more children in a marriage? In a relationship, period. So, things to think about, people. My question to you is, what are your 3 questions that you ask before you get married? What do you have on your list? This is what I have on mine. What do you have on yours? What do you consider the 3 most vital questions that you should have before you go say, I do? Because if you don't have them, you need to. You absolutely do. Because it is imperative that you find out who you plan on spending the rest of your life with. And these questions kind of are important. These are deal breakers. These are red flags. These are things that if you feel that you have not been able to if the other person is not on par with you, your relationship is not going to last. Plain and simple. So just consider it. Think about your questions. If you want to share with us, again, we're family. Nobody's going to judge. All right? We don't judge on this show. Plain and simple. Everybody's open to their interpretation. Everybody's open to their opinion. Everybody has the right to share what they feel. All right? That's how we do it here. So, on that note, I hope you guys continuously think about when you guys are in a relationship, you guys continuously think about what is important to you. All right? Because what is important to you will be important to your relationship, and it will be important to your future family. So think about those things. Think about your questions. What is something that you should ask? Never feel bad about asking those questions. If you get flack from your partner about asking questions, then something that's a red flag as well, and something that you need to think about whether or not you want to continue that relationship. You should never feel bad about inquiring about what is important to have a successful, loving marriage for their future. Or then maybe you just need to hang it up. Anyway, that is our show, people. That is our show. Monday. I know you guys are struggling to crawl out of bed. I know some of you guys are just now getting your coffees. I know a few of you are just now, wiping the crust out your eyes. But we got a great day ahead of us. So let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's do it right. Thank you guys for being part of the show as always. I love you guys. Tomorrow's show, what do we have on the palette? Tomorrow. Is getting married really important? That is tomorrow's show. Is getting married really important? Something to think about. Is marriage really important these days? Do we really need to get married? Or can we just live cohabitantly and just live together in a house with children and whatnot and not actually get that piece of paper signed? Can we do it? You think we can? Can we still be happy? We'll talk about it tomorrow. You guys have a fantastic Monday. All right. Be safe out there. As always, hug and kiss the kids. Let them know you love them. All right. Even if they whine, cry, and be upset about it. Oh, no, I'm too grown for this. I don't care. Hug and kiss them anyway. All right. Have a great Monday. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.